What's up, everyone? I have some important prophetic news. So, apparently Israel's government just got overthrown, and they put in a new leadership. A sudden leader has risen up. They put a new leadership in place. They said he's at least going to be a leader for a couple of years. Now, to me, that doesn't even give the people the chance to vote. They just supposedly got parliament together, and Israel's forming, this is big news, Israel's forming a new government right now. Netanyahu called it treason, and said that it's going to give the chance for a rise of a completely, much more corrupt government. They said it's going to give the chance, he said it's going to give the opportunity for there to rise for the United States, basically, to not have as strong of an ally over there, and vice versa. And it could weaken the state of Israel if they're not strong. And Netanyahu said what you're doing right now is going to weaken the state of Israel. I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about this just very quickly. What I see happening is another lie. First of all, they said we expected a 61-59 vote, and they said it was closer than we thought with a 60-59. Come on, people. That's what they tried to claim with this, they claimed at first that, oh, this was so close. Every state was so close. Some of the states I was looking at was 51-49, 50-49 during the previous so-called election. Even other countries know it's a sham. Over here was this what we just had was a sham. But yeah, this is what he had to say.
The second roll call was asked. He'd been absent, Saad al-Harumi, in the first roll call. In the second roll call,
Israel's new government, people.
In my ear, at least, was that he had
it's forming right now.
Now, if that is the case, that means that it's 60 of the 120 seats voting in favor.
60 of the 120 seats voting in favor of the new government.
The government, not the slender one-seat majority, 61-59, that they had been promising.
They promised a 61-59, but they got 50-50. Come on.
60-59, I'm just being told by my colleague as well. So that's confirmed that it's 61-59 is what they were expecting, what they were looking for. One of the members of the Palestinian-Israeli Party voting with the Change Bloc has decided to abstain. That makes it 60-59. That could potentially leave things open to some kind of legal challenge, because this would be the first time that an Israeli government had been voted through on a plurality rather than an absolute majority.
This right here, he just said this is the first time an Israeli government would have been voted in, a new Israeli government would have ever been voted in by a plurality rather than just a regular vote. The people didn't even vote. This is the first time where the people did not vote. And they said since it's such a close race, it could be legally challenged. Sound familiar? Does to me.
Voting with the Change Bloc has decided to abstain. That makes it 60-59.
60-59. Come on. Come on. Netanyahu's been ousted by the new coalition. I mean, you're looking at that right now from just a few minutes ago.
Then it could allow some kind of Supreme Court challenge.
All right, anyway, this is big news.
This has never been done before. Even a margin as slender as 61-59.
I want you to look at the comparison of Biden and Putin in their new meeting on Time magazine. Look at that. Just literally just take a look at that. I mean, it's so biased. They both have blood on their hands. Maybe not literally, maybe not themselves, but they both have flaws. They both have they both are in the wrong. They both done wrong. I mean, who hasn't done wrong? But, I mean, who hasn't fallen short? That's not it. But that's not what I'm talking about with this video. But you remember what Mr. T said? You think this country doesn't have blood on its hands? Do you think they don't have blood on their hands? The things that leaders have done. And look at the way they portray him on the left. such a corrupt individual, yet he's portrayed like that. Like he's going to stare down Putin in his sunglasses. And then Putin looks so pitiful there. And they made him look a little bit like Mr. T. It's almost like they molded both of them together. They did that on purpose. Alright, peace. Big news out of Israel and Russia.